What's up guys, it's Badsha. We all want that fire abdomen, right? But getting those killer abs isn't just about hitting the gym. What you put your body is seriously important too. In this video, we're talking about the best foods to eat and the ones to avoid for a toned tummy. We're talking gut health, bloating and all the good stuff. You guys ready? Let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about gut health. Your gut is like your second brain. It's where everything gets broken down. One of the best things you can do for your gut is to load up on probiotics. And no, I'm not talking about those weird probiotic shots. I'm talking about yummy stuff like yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, all that good fermented goodness. Probiotics introduce good bacteria into your gut, which helps with digestion and can even boost your immune system. Next up, fiber. Fiber is key for keeping things moving, if you know what I mean. Think about it like this. Fiber is like the cleaning crew of your digestive system. It sweeps everything out, preventing bloating and keeping you regular. You can find fiber in foods like fruits, veggies, and whole grains. But first, let's talk about hydration. Water is essential for every single bodily function, including digestion. Water helps break down food, prevents constipation, and keeps everything flowing smoothly. So make sure you're drinking enough water throughout the day. Okay, so you're eating your probiotics, getting enough fiber, and staying hydrated. Now, let's talk about the foods that will help you shed that stubborn belly fat. First up, lean protein. We're talking chicken breast, turkey, fish. All the good stuff that will keep you full and satisfied without extra calories. Protein helps build and maintain muscle mass, and muscle burns more calories at rest than fat. So the more muscle you have, the more calories you'll burn even when you're just chilling. Next up, healthy fats. Healthy fats, like those in avocados, nuts and olive oil, are actually really good for you. They help you feel full and satisfied, which can prevent overeating, and they also help your body absorb certain vitamins. Plus, they're delicious. Avio toast, anyone? Now, for the not-so-fun part, the foods that might be sabotaging your flat tummy goals. These are the foods that are known to cause bloating, gas, and other digestive discomforts. First up, beans. Beans are a good source of protein and fiber, but they're also notorious for causing gas. This is because they contain a type of sugar that our bodies have a hard time digesting. Next on the list, carbonated drinks, soda, sparkling water, even diet drinks. They can all make you bloated. This is because the carbonation releases gas bubbles into your digestive system. Certain vegetables, while super healthy, can also cause bloating. Cruciferous veggies like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts contain a type of sugar that can be difficult to digest. Onions and garlic are other common culprits. Dairy is another big one. Dairy products contain lactose, a type of sugar that many people have trouble digesting. If you're lactose intolerant, you'll definitely want to avoid dairy or opt for lactose-free alternatives. Last but not least, processed foods. They're loaded with sodium, unhealthy fats, and artificial ingredients, all of which can wreak havoc on your gut. Let's circle back to fermented foods because they're seriously like magic for your gut. Fermented foods have undergone a process called fermentation, where bacteria break down sugars and starches. This process creates probiotics, which are those good bacteria that populate your gut. Yogurt is probably the most well-known fermented food. It's made by fermenting milk with live and active cultures, which are basically probiotics. Yogurt is a great source of protein, calcium, and probiotics. Just make sure you're choosing plain, unsweetened yogurt to avoid added sugars. Kimchi, a staple in Korean cuisine, is another amazing fermented food. It's made from fermented cabbage and other veggies and is packed with flavor, probiotics, and vitamins. Sauerkraut is another type of fermented cabbage that's popular in German cuisine. It's made by fermenting shredded cabbage with salt, which creates a tangy, sour flavor. Sauerkraut is a great source of probiotics, vitamins, and minerals. Kefir is a fermented milk drink that's similar to yogurt but thinner in consistency. It's made by fermenting milk with kefir grains, which are a combination of bacteria and yeast. Kombucha is a fermented tea drink that's become increasingly popular. It's made by fermenting tea with a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, also known as a SCOBY. Let's talk about whole grains. Whole grains are actually really good for you, especially when it comes to gut health. Unlike refined grains, whole grains contain all three parts of the grain kernel: the bran, germ, and endosperm. Oats are a great example of a whole grain that's super versatile and good for your gut. They're a good source of fiber, particularly a type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. Oats are also a good source of protein, vitamins, and minerals. You can enjoy oats for breakfast as oatmeal, add them to smoothies, or use them in baking. Quinoa is another nutrient-rich whole grain that's a complete protein. It's also a good source of fiber, iron, and magnesium. Quinoa has a slightly nutty flavor and a fluffy texture. Brown rice is a whole grain that's a good source of fiber, magnesium, and manganese. It's also a good source of antioxidants. Brown rice has a slightly chewy texture and a nutty flavor. Wild rice is technically not a grain, but a type of aquatic grass. Barley is a chewy, nutty-flavored whole grain that's a good source of fiber, particularly beta-glucan. We've got to talk about the elephant in the room: processed foods. They're convenient, they're everywhere, and let's be real, they can be super tempting. But when it comes to your gut health and your flat tummy goals, processed foods are basically public enemy number one. So what exactly are processed foods? They're any foods that have been altered from their natural state. This could involve adding preservatives, artificial sweeteners, flavor enhancers, or other ingredients. If it comes in a package with a long list of ingredients that you can't pronounce, it's probably processed. One of the biggest problems with processed foods is that they're often loaded with sugar. These added sugars can contribute to weight gain, especially in the abdominal area, and they can also mess with your gut bacteria. Another issue with processed foods is that they're often high in unhealthy fats, like trans fats and saturated fats. These fats can raise your bad cholesterol levels and contribute to inflammation. Processed foods are also often low in fiber and nutrients. When we fill up on processed foods, we're depriving our bodies of the good stuff it needs to thrive. So cook at home more often, read food labels carefully, and choose restaurants that use fresh whole ingredients. That's a wrap! Alright guys, that's it for today's video. We covered a lot of ground, but I hope you found it helpful. Remember, getting that toned tummy isn't just about crunches and planks. It's also about what you're putting into your body. So, load up on those gut-friendly foods, choose lean proteins and healthy fats, and ditch those processed food villains. Your body will thank you for it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more health and fitness tips. And let me know in the comments down below which of these foods you're going to try, or, which ones you already love. See you guys in my next video.